guys, welcome back to another video. If this is your first video of mine you're seeing, welcome. So today I am going to be doing the my first time tag. I feel like this is kind of old, but it's fine. Basically I found these like questions or statements or whatever you want to say. I found a list of them on Google and I'm just going to be answering them about my first time experiences with things. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Number one, first app you check when you wake up in the morning. Kind of depends. Like if I have a notification for something, then I'll just like go down the list of notifications, but usually probably I would say Instagram. I usually check Instagram first, or maybe Facebook. One of those. First broken bone. I've only ever broken one bone, and it was, I think this part of my arm. I was like 3 or 4 or something like that. It was a long time ago, but I fell off a slide and landed just right on my arm, so I broke it, and I had a purple cast, and it was right around Easter time, and I actually have, well, my mom has pictures of me all like dressed up in my Easter dress and my purple cast, but it actually kind of matched because my dress was purple too, so it like kind of worked out, I guess. First foreign country you ever visited. I have never been out of the United States. So, I definitely want to go to other places. I want to go to Australia and Italy, New Zealand. Like, I have a list of places I want to travel to, but I haven't gone anywhere yet. So, I don't even have my passport yet. I need to get that. But, yeah, never been out of this country, so. First makeup item. That probably would have had to just been like some lipstick or something from my mom, I'm guessing. I think that's probably what it would be, just like some lipstick, I don't know. First plane ride you ever went on. I have never been on a plane. Again, something I really want to do, but I haven't done it yet. But yeah. First time I ever got into trouble at school. I never really got into trouble at school. The only time I can remember ever getting like in trouble, I was young. I want to say like first, second grade, something like that probably. And I didn't do my homework the one time. And so I had to go to back, I don't, kind of like a timeout class, I guess you could say, if that's the best way to explain it. It was during recess time, so instead of going to recess, I had to go to this class and I had to do the homework. So that's pretty much like the only time I like got in trouble. I was a good student, so. First YouTuber you subscribed to. Oh man, I don't know. That was a long time ago. Probably, I probably want to say maybe Ellie and Jared was the first channel I subscribed to. That's the only one I can think of right off the bat that I've like watched for a long time. So, Ellie and Jared, I love their little family channel. They're so cute. Your first boyfriend. What, you want like the age, I guess? Like the whole story? I'll just say I was 16 when I had my first boyfriend. I feel like that's kind of like old compared to like some other people, but it was fine for me. So yeah, I was 16, junior in high school. My first car. My first car was a 2001 Pontiac Grand Am SE. Pretty good car, actually, so couldn't really complain about it. My first celebrity crush, probably my first celebrity crush would have been, I'm trying to think. I remember I was like young, not like super young, but I was little, probably like 7-ish, and I loved Billy Gilman. I remember I always had his music playing. I had like, I think back then I had like the tapes, not even like a CD, it was like the cassette tapes, and I would play that like all the time. That was probably my first celebrity crush. My first crush, I said just like regular person, I guess now. Trying to think. I was probably like 10, 11 maybe. I don't even remember his name now. I remember it was one of my old friends' brother's friends. That's how I knew him. Like I was my friend's brother's friend. If that makes sense. I can't remember his name now. I felt like forever ago. I don't know. My first cell phone. My first cell phone. I remember just like when it was like old flip phones. It was actually my mom's. She got a newer one, so then I got her old one. Yeah, I don't even remember like name or brand or anything. It was just like one of those really like old flip phones. It didn't even have like a camera or anything. So yeah, that was. But I thought like it was like the coolest thing ever because it was like I got a cell phone, but it wasn't really like anything like spectacular or anything. But it was good enough for me. I really liked it. I think I was probably like 12 or 13 when I got it. So yeah. My first date. My first date. Trying to think. I think my first date would probably have been with the second guy I ever dated. Me and the first guy I dated, we never like went out on dates. Like it was like hanging out at my house, hanging out at his house. Like we like I said in the question before, I was 16, he was 15, so like neither of us drove yet. We didn't like we couldn't like do anything really. So it was just like my house or his house. We never like went out on any dates. I think the first like actual date I ever went on was the second guy I ever dated. He and I went to the movies together. Don't remember what we saw or anything. That was like years ago. But yeah, we went to the movies and we like before or after the movie we like hung out in the arcade and stuff and played games. That was cool. My first kiss. Oh gosh. My first kiss. It was with the first guy I dated. So I was like 16. My first boyfriend. And I don't really remember like everything that happened, but I remember it was right after school and he was walking me to my bus. He did that like every day. He would walk me to my bus and then he had a practice to go to, so he'd walk me to my bus, I would get on, and he would go to practice. But I'm trying to think. I wasn't expecting it at the time. Like he and I like kind of like talked about having our first kiss, but like didn't really like say like when or anything. And he knew like I had never had like a boyfriend before, never kissed a boy before. So but yeah, it was like he was walking me to my bus, and then we like hugged each other, which that's what we did, and then he like leaned back in super fast and like kissed me real quick, and then I was just like like I was like shocked. I don't even really remember like kissing him back fully. Like I kind of like pushed my lips out a little bit. I don't really remember. It was just like caught me like totally off guard. But yeah, that I guess that's like a quick version of that story of my first kiss. My first fear. My first fear. My first fear would probably be spiders. I think that was probably my first fear. Either spiders or going underwater. I am absolutely terrified of going underwater. I will not go underwater. I don't like, nothing ever like happened to me, or like nothing traumatic or anything. I remember I used to like going underwater at first, like when I first started like kind of like learning a little bit how to swim and stuff, but one day I just hated it, and I won't do it. I will not go underwater. I don't like it. My first heartbreak. I don't know. Like, I mean, like I've been in relationships and they've obviously ended, but I don't know, like, I've ever been like heartbroken over it, you know, like obviously like, yeah, like we broke up, that sucks, but I mean, I don't I guess I would probably have to say like the last relationship I was in. I would say that was probably like my first heartbreak, I think, just because like I felt really hard for that guy, and I mean we weren't really together that long at all, but I really liked him, and then like stuff obviously went bad because we broke up, but I guess that was probably my first like real heartbreak. So yeah. My first Instagram post. I don't know. I don't remember. Let's go to Instagram and find out. Scroll all the way down. And this is actually my second Instagram account. I had one before this one. I don't remember what the first post was, that one. The first post I did on that one. But for my Instagram now, that was my first post. Selfie. My first job. My first job was being a hostess / counter person at a restaurant. That was pretty fun most times. It was kind of stressful, but it was all good. It was a good first job. My first pet. My first pet was our old cat, Pookie. My mom and dad actually had her before I was born, I think. Yeah, that was the first pet I ever had. She was, I think, 13 or 14 years old. We had to put her down. She had heart failure, I think. So, yeah. My first piercing in when did I get it? My first piercing was the first holes in my ears. I was 13 when I got that. Or maybe 14. I don't remember for sure. 13 or 14. I remember I had been like begging my mom for a long time to finally let me get my ears pierced. And she kept telling me 16. I was like, no. Like, I wanted it done like before then. And then it was either when I was 13 or 14, that Christmas, my grandma, that was one of my Christmas presents from her, was she took me to get my ears pierced finally. She got my mom's okay, but yeah. My first tattoo, I was 20 when I got my first tattoo. I think I was 20. It's on like the top of my back, like bottom of my neck right here. I'll insert a picture of it somewhere so you can see. But it's like a cross, and it goes into like an anchor at the bottom, and it has a heart, and then it says 1 Corinthians 13:13 underneath it. That says, "And these three things remain: faith, hope, and love, and the greatest of these is love." My first time on a ship. I've never been on a ship. To be honest, I have no desire to go on a ship, really. I like going to the ocean. I only like going into the ocean where it's like up to my knees, you know what I'm saying? And I can like kind of like see what's going on a little bit. But to like be on a ship out in the middle and all that water, not my thing. If you like that, good for you. You do that. You go for it. You go explore. You do that. I'll stay on land or in the air. I'll go on a plane, but I don't want to do a ship. My first YouTube video. My first YouTube video was me and my best friend Jessica. I think we posted it like 2 years ago. And it was her and I doing the Bean Boozled challenge. And that was interesting. Pretty funny video. Kind of like poor quality video because it was my first YouTube video, and at that point in time I had no idea like how to like edit or, you know, like crop or any, so I was just like, we recorded it and like that's what I posted. Like no like effects, no music, no nothing, like just the raw video. So not like the best quality, but I think it was still pretty funny. So check it out if you haven't seen it yet. My first concert I ever attended. The first concert I ever attended was, I went with my mom and dad to see Reba McEntire. Not my personal choice. I mean, she's a good singer, but like, not who I would choose to go see. But I mean, whatever. It was fun. From what I can remember, it was like a long time ago. So that was my first concert. The first movie I remember seeing. I don't know. I think the first movie I remember, probably like The Lion King, I think. I remember watching that. I had to have been little. So I'd probably say The Lion King. Alright, that was the last one on the list. So I think that is going to wrap up this video. If you like this video at all, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And drop some comments down below. Let me know if you like this kind of video, other ideas, stuff you want to see me do, whatever. In the comments, let me know. And hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you can know every time I upload. I'm trying really hard to upload once a week this year. That's like a goal for me. 2019, upload once a week. So turn on post notifications so you can know when I upload. And yeah, I think that's it. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Let's talk it over.